what's up? It's Mila and I'm back with Bizaardvark. This episode has some heart in it. It did. You know, we got to see Bernie. Bernie was in charge, and you know, Bernie felt like the man until he was brought down. I'm like, look, Bernie be trying, he be trying. Like, he's just a kid. How's he supposed to know? He be trying. He be pulling through sometimes, you know what I'm saying? He try his hardest to do what he got to do, okay? Okay? He's trying to fit in, okay? So give Bernie a break. So, next week, I just want to mention, guys, that next week we have a special guest. It's going to be Meredith Foster. She's on YouTube and she's on Vine and Twitter. She's basically a big social media star. And she's going to be on there. I'm like, this is so cool. I'm really, really, really glad. Like I always say this all the time. I'm really glad that they incorporate actual internet people, actually internet famous people, and not just making up characters. I mean, they do make up characters. They did make up characters, but I mean that they actually getting the people from the internet and how they how they know how it work and put it on TV. You know what I'm saying? I like that they doing that because they're not just like, oh, trying to make up their own thing. Like they can get actual, real, authentic people who's been on YouTube, who's did this and that, and know the ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? So I really think that's really good that they doing this and getting more people on there. So shout out to you, Bizaardvark and Disney, for doing that, and the writers and the creators. But yeah, it started off with Paige and Frankie. He was like, everything's better with pyro. Pinatas and pandas are better with pyro. Thanksgiving is better with pyro. Pyro, 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 pyro. Pyro. Fire, basically. Or big booms. If y'all see me messing with my hair again, it keep falling. I'm like, girl, why don't you stay up here? And it's like, oh, girl, I'm gonna fly. I'm like, okay. Anyway, Paige was like, it's not the smartest thing that we ever made, but I like it. So Steve, he was like, no, I'm Pyro Steve. I'm not regular Steve, I'm Pyro Steve. I got my certification, I'm Pyro Steve. So they're gonna do pyro on pyro. Oh my god, it's gonna be infinity awesome. But don't mention this to anybody at Bugle, because you know you're not supposed to do pyro. So they did air quotes with him. Frankie was trying to make him lies. Then Liam came in. He's like, "How you enjoying your time? It's been 3 months." I'm just like, August, July, June, July, August, September. Oh, okay, it has, because it's debuted in June. Wow, Disney is finally on time. Normally they'd be like 2 or 3 months behind, but like it has been 3 months. Anyway, so yeah, so he had to ask him how you doing, but he basically just didn't ask him. So Steve kind of said, oh, I'm sorry, Pyro Steve said, you want pow or oh the humanity? So then he was like, Liam's like, no, y'all not supposed to have fire. He's like, Steve was like, I'm sorry, Pyro Steve. He was like, oh, they told me it was totally allowed. I'm like, they was using air quotes, silly. So he said y'all lost 2 weeks of studio time, so he's one angry fat vacuum cleaner. Meanwhile, they need some quiet pyro. So Bernie was like, you got another manager? Look, I took Pilates, bro, let's get this. So then it's like, no, we just had a meeting. So he's like, yeah, I got to file the fixes right here. Bernie had all the things. He had everything. He got a whole box. He was like, look, I got every problem in there. He made one problem for that. So Paige's hair looked cute. I liked when they had their ponytails because I like when they do different hair with the characters on Disney. I don't like when they just have the same hair because they look like so same and generic. I would like for them to have a different hairstyle multiple times. So yeah, they gonna need his help. They do need his help, I think. You know, he's like, I'm gonna talk to Liam. He's like, no, not everyone takes you seriously, Bernie. So he's like, you don't make videos, your office is a closet, and you use prescription deodorant. So he's like, oh, okay. And they did the Bizaardvark cheer without him. I'm like, why are you doing Bernie like that? Why are you doing Bernie like that? Anyway, so this lady was like, the lady Marge who worked at the coffee shop, she's like, do you watch Horseface Guy? He do glinks. It's a 1-second video. Do you glink? Then Mila was like, I'm a lady, and if I did glink, I wouldn't admit glinking. And then she was like, no, it's a 1-second video thing. It's been the hottest app for 3 years. I'm shocked you didn't know. So Mila was like, well, I'm about to master this app, and I'm going to be the queen of everything. I'm like, that sounds like something that would come up in real life. Glinking. Girl, I just blinked. Girl, I blinked. Girl, I blinked. Anyway, but yeah. So Liam needed a vacay in Maui. Nobody can cover for him. And he was like, they respect you if you do this. Like, you know, everybody, if you the boss, everybody's going to respect you. So his computer glitch and respect you was playing over and over in Bernie's head. So Bernie was like, whenever I did it, I did it. So then he's like, well, on one hand, you were a little kid, but on the second hand, Maui. So he's like, you're in charge, Bernie. So he's like, yeah, I babysat a cat and learned taxidermy twice in 1 day. Yep. So Paige was like, I feel like Bugle need another you. I wonder what the announcement's going to be. In the announcement, Liam was like, you know, this place is my #1 priority. Then he started laughing. He was like, that's not you. He was like, look, Bernie's in charge. So they was like, what? He's like, he's the coolest boss. He dropped the mic on his foot. It was a heavy mic. And I'm pretty glad that Bernie's in charge. He looked nice in his little suit. And I was like, that's That's so good. So Frankie was like, we about to enter a world where Bernie's in charge. Prepare for madness. So she's like, there's something wrong. Nothing's going wrong. Everything was going right. Everybody was screaming Bernie. So then the lady was like, yes, yes, yes. Marge was like, yes. Now I can get the fancy marshmallows. No more cotton balls and hot chocolate. So Paige was like, congratulations, but what you need? It was cotton balls. I'm like, wow, they've been cotton balling this whole time and nobody knew. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. So every idea deserves a shot. That's amazing because that's his last name. So, oh, her name is Marsha. I'm sorry, Marsha, not Marge. But yeah, Paige is like, Bernie's helping and showering. Let's help him. He's helping everybody, so let's shower him with compliments so we can get our studio time. Bernie's like, next time somebody get on your back, you're gonna tell him I'm horse face guy and I'm not a real horse. That's not right. Don't get on my back. So Amelia wanted something for $75,000, which I don't know why she's worth millions of dollars. So he was like, look, I can't give you that, but I can give you a compliment. So Amelia's like, yep, that's what I came here for. So he was like, just because I'm your boss doesn't mean we can't date. So Amelia's like, what are you talking about? And he was like, nothing, I'm just kidding. Frankie took somebody else's ticket because everybody was waiting to see Bernie. Paige and Frankie was trying to get their studio credit back. He kept doing stuff for them, giving his stuff back and giving it back. So then it's like, well, we want the big studio. Then almost he wasn't going to give it back, but he ended up giving it back to them. So she's like, did I tell you how melon you look in that jacket? He's like, well, this is a medium. I was like, that's so adorable. That's so nice. It's so nice. That's so nice. Look at Leo. Y'all miss Leo, whatever. And that's my Crooked Chris Brown poster back there. Yeah. Yeah. And that was Jared. I just left out the room. So, yeah. So, Marsha was like, Amelia's Glink coach. And she's like, look, I guess I'm not going to go pick up my boyfriend since you just have me here, hostage. So, she can't do, it's like 1 second. You only have 1 second. So she's like, look, count to 1. And Amelia is not working for her because she always try to talk and she always try to say stuff. And it's just not working for her. So, they was about to blow stuff up. Bernie's like, I got clear instructions to do this. So he's like, look, I got clear instructions. It said this. Don't call me and feed the fish. And he was like, oh, shoot. He didn't feed the fish. So he was like, no to the fire, no to the fire. So then they was like, okay, whatever. So he's like, look, I got to go take googly eyes on the dead fish, the boss man said. So Steve was like, Pyro Steve was like, look, the boss man said no. So he was like, look, we still doing it. Mama like big boom. Yeah, they did that, and then Bernie heard them saying you could throw him some compliments and he'll just do whatever you want him to do. So he was pretty distraught about that. So when they came out, they saw the place was out of control. Marsha was like, things got weird. Bernie seemed awfully upset. He mentioned y'all too. And Amelia kept glinking. Then there was a whole bunch of pillows. It was like a freaking castle of furniture or whatever. It was just so much going on. Then Paige and Frankie was like, look, I'm the queen of Furniture Mountain. And it was just so much. They went and got Bernie. He was in his office. He was like, you don't need my help. You didn't need anything from me. You think you could walk all over me. You told me you don't want to take me seriously, but you don't take me seriously. Frankie's like, look, we're terrible people. And then they apologized. And then they did the cheer. So he got chills when he did it. And I was like, that's so sad. All he did was like, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Bernie. And then that was it. I'm like, I want to forgive him. I'm like, look, peace out. Y'all on your freaking own. Bye. Yeah. So Bernie was like, I'm back, and to listen to your concerns. They ended up pummeling him with some bars. He was like, I need Pyro Steve. So he was like, my name is Bernard and Miriam Schatz, and he was in the Liam's computer thing. So he's like, look, get off horse face. He's not a real horse. And Amelia needed to lay off the marshmallow. She was trying to make a glink, but it wasn't working. He was like, he was doing it. He was really being a boss man until Liam down the screen was like, what an appropriate time to check in. He's like, and you fired. So Bernie was like, look, I'ma still do this, you know, even when he's not here. I'ma still be in charge until he come back. So then the robot thing ended up flipping over, and it was like, he just fell over. Even though he wasn't in the computer, he just fell over. So yeah, Liam was like, back to my garbage life, ha ha ha, time to come back. Anyway, so Amelia, she was like, I can't glink, I guess it's just not for me. So then she was like, I'm sorry, I let everyone down. And Paige and Frank was like, it's okay, Amelia. Nobody even cared. So that was the end, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment your thoughts on Bizaardvark if you like it. I really like this episode. I feel like the show Bernie. Bernie. I think he deserves better friends, honestly, because I don't think Paige and Frankie really. I don't think they really care about him. I mean, like, he tried, and they just take him as some joke. I would be like, Bernie, you're so cool, but yeah, he's a manager, but I guess he just gotta step up his game and show everybody that he can be a good manager. It just happened on Austin Alley when Trish was trying to be a manager. Nobody took her seriously, and she just stepped up her game and she got Austin a tour. And then she ran her own little company, and I'm just like, that's freaking amazing. But yeah. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Like I told you earlier on this video, if you guys didn't stop it already, that next week is gonna be Meredith Foster Wood. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.